Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today's topic is something that we all have to deal with at some point: defrosting meat. Whether you're a seasoned home cook or a newbie, it's important to know how to defrost meat safely to avoid any foodborne illnesses. In this video, we'll be sharing some tips on how to defrost meat safely. Step 1. Plan ahead. The first step in defrosting meat safely is to plan ahead. You should never defrost meat at room temperature, as this can create the perfect conditions for bacteria to grow. Instead, plan to defrost your meat in the refrigerator, which is the safest method. Make sure to take the meat out of the freezer at least 24 hours in advance to allow for proper defrosting time. Step 2. Store the meat properly. When you're defrosting meat in the refrigerator, it's important to store it properly to avoid any cross-contamination. Place the meat in a leak-proof container or on a plate to catch any juices that may leak out. This will prevent the juices from contaminating other foods in the refrigerator. Step 3. Use cold water to defrost meat quickly. If you don't have enough time to defrost your meat in the refrigerator, you can use the cold water method. Place the meat in a leak-proof plastic bag and submerge it in cold water. Change the water every 30 minutes to ensure that it stays cold. This method is quicker than defrosting in the refrigerator, but it's important to note that you should never use warm or hot water, as this can create the perfect conditions for bacteria to grow. Step 4. Use the microwave to defrost small cuts of meat. If you're in a hurry, you can also use the microwave to defrost small cuts of meat. Place the meat in a microwave-safe dish and use the defrost setting on your microwave. Make sure to check the meat frequently to prevent it from cooking. This method is not recommended for larger cuts of meat, as they may not defrost evenly. Step 5. Cook the meat thoroughly. Once your meat is fully defrosted, it's important to cook it thoroughly to kill any bacteria that may have grown during the defrosting process. Use a meat thermometer to ensure that the internal temperature of the meat reaches the appropriate level. So there you have it, our tips on how to defrost meat safely. Remember to plan ahead, store the meat properly, use cold water or the microwave for quicker defrosting, and always cook the meat thoroughly. By following these tips, you can ensure that your meat is safe to eat and avoid any foodborne illnesses. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.